My name is Kaylee Campbell. I am 20 years old. I will be 21 in November, November 3rd to be exact. I went to Kent City High School, which is about 20 minutes east from here. It's a very small town, very small school. We graduated with like less than 100 people. So all 4 years I was in high school, I played softball. And then for 3 years, I played volleyball. And then for 2 years, I played basketball. And then once I graduated high school, I am now the assistant JV coach at Kent City as well. So I was very active with sports when I was in high school. I am really going into broadcasting and I want to go into like the sports aspect of like sports broadcasting because there's not a lot of females in that area. It's mainly male dominant. And I think it'd be really cool to be a female and doing different broadcastings. I mean, I love hockey, I love baseball, football, basketball. So, I mean, I think it'd be cool to have like a female broadcaster for baseball or hockey just because it's like very male dominant. I feel like I've kind of always known that. I started playing softball as soon as I was old enough to. My parents got me into t-ball as soon as I was old enough to play t-ball, and then I fell in love with it, and I've played it ever since. Everybody in my family did. My older brother did. He was got accepted to the University of Alabama to play baseball at Alabama. My sister played all throughout high school, and my little brother did. Both my parents did. So it was kind of ran in the family. So I kind of always knew I wanted to do like a sports aspect of something. So after here, I plan to transfer. I would like to transfer to Grand Valley or Central Michigan. They both have pretty good broadcasting programs, specifically CMU, because my cousin actually graduated from CMU for the same degree as broadcasting, and he now works for the Olympics. As soon as he graduated, he got an internship with the Olympics and has continued with it throughout his life. So I think that'd be really cool to maybe like follow in his footsteps. Do I prefer my water room temperature or cold? Definitely cold. And I think I feel like a lot of people disagree, but when I was playing softball or volleyball and I was really hot, the last thing I wanted was warm water. Like I wanted to cool down. I needed some cold water. So definitely cold over room temperature. Do I microwave or eat my leftover pizza? Great question. I would say that I would microwave it. I don't really know why. I just feel like I've always done that. And I feel like my brothers have always like eaten it cold, and I always thought it was weird. I'm like, why would you want your pizza cold when you buy it hot? So, definitely prefer it hot. My dream team to broadcast for. That is a very hard question. Um, like my favorite sport is definitely baseball, and like hockey is a definite second. So if I had to choose, I would definitely stick with like baseball and either between like I love my Tigers and they're doing kind of well right now, but with COVID, I don't consider them the greatest right now. But then my second favorite team, I love the Chicago Cubs. I really always have, even when they were like losing every game. I've always had a thing for the Cubs. So it's a hard tie between either the Cubs or the Tigers. And I want to travel part of being broadcasting. Like that's something that I really want to do. So even getting to do like the Cubs, even though it's in Chicago, or even going to like Los Angeles and doing like the Dodgers. So it's a really hard decision. My favorite holiday mascot. Oh man, I would say Santa Claus, just because I love Christmas. And whenever I think of Santa Claus, I think of the Santa Claus movies and Tim Allen, and I am a really big Tim Allen fan. So definitely Santa Claus. So asking if my family was supportive with my choice of career. At first, I was not looking to do broadcasting. My first career was radiology. And so when I got out of high school, when I was in high school, I was taking classes for radiology. And then I just wasn't clicking with me, and my mom actually suggested doing something like broadcasting. And when I started taking the classes, I absolutely fell in love with it. I already knew that I loved doing sports, but adding the broadcasting aspect of it and knowing that I was a very outgoing person, so my parents are like, "Yep, that's definitely for you. That's definitely what you should do." So how my class this class will prepare me for my future career. Definitely like doing something like this, like an interview, because in the other aspect of me being interviewed, I'll be the person interviewing other people and ask like coming up with questions. And I think it helps me get comfortable behind a camera and with like all the lights and everything, just feeling more comfortable in the aspect of being behind a camera, coming up with questions to ask somebody. So I think it definitely will help me prepare for moving on more and becoming more into the broadcasting aspect. I am most definitely looking forward to the future in broadcasting, yes.